tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in this internship. Uh, I am a health education and behavior major at the University of Florida in my senior year. Most recently, I worked at the Tampa YMCA as the associate membership director. I was there for 3 years in various roles. Associate membership director was my final role. I am interested in this internship because the mission of More Health Inc. is safety, health, and wellness of children, as well as educating children, teens, and adults on health and wellness and safety and prevention, excuse me, and that piqued my interest the most about the internship. Um, Question two, can you list and explain your top three strengths that will be an asset to this internship or agency? My first, um, my first asset and or strength is my outgoing and friendly personality. This is especially a strength working with children. I've worked with children in my previous jobs, both at the YMCA briefly, and I had an athletic training internship at PK Young Developmental Research School in Gainesville. Being friendly and outgoing, whether you're working with children, teens, adults, it gets you a lot further. And I saw that when both at the Y and both at PK Young, working with adults mostly at the Y and working with children at PK Young, being friendly and outgoing and lively really just sets the tone for a more positive working atmosphere. My second strength is my ability to work in a team environment. The job description for the health education intern at More Health requested specifically a person that was bubbly and also was able to work on a team. I have both run my own team when I was at the Y, and I have worked on a team in every position that I've held. I worked at a law firm briefly, um, and I worked at an assisted living facility, and then at the Y. And I had always been in a team setting. That is uh, a better setting for me than working on my own. I believe because um, I get more done when I can feed. I don't necessarily get more done, but I feel better about the work that I do when I can bounce ideas off of other people and things like that. My third strength is my flexibility and adaptability. Working in a nonprofit for the last couple of years has definitely made me flexible and adaptable. I was rather resistant to change before I worked in the nonprofit field sector, and nonprofits will make you flexible and adaptable. You wear many hats in a nonprofit, and I learned that through people leaving and people getting hired and positions changing, and there's constantly something new to learn, and being flexible and adaptable and open minded to that just makes everything a lot easier. Question three is, what is your greatest weakness and how are you currently working on improving that weakness? Um, One of my weaknesses is that if I don't write every single thing down, I will forget and not complete it, or realize at the last minute that I forgot to do something and then it's too late. Or I'm rushing and stressing out because it's the deadline and I have, this huge project due. It doesn't necessarily happen with larger projects, but it does happen with the day-to-day tasks, the emails that need to be sent, the letters that need to go out, or stuff like that. If I don't write down in my calendar or write it down in my notepad that I have to do X, Y, and Z by the end of today, um, it won't get done. And I know that about myself. So, ways to overcome that, I have started creating a a to-do list, a daily to-do list. And I just, when I get to my desk in the morning, I write down the 5 to 7 things that I have to do. If I have a meeting, I write that down. If I have to send stuff out, I write that down. That way I can physically see myself checking off the tasks that I have for the day. That way nothing gets overlooked. And another way to counteract that is I started using an electronic calendar. And when I get an email or when I'm in a meeting or something and something comes up that I need to add to my calendar, I do it right then. That way I can look over, when I'm about ready to make my to-do list, I can look over the day and I can say, okay, I have X, Y, and Z to do today. Writing it down makes all the difference for me. Question 4 is, as a health education intern, it is likely you'll be asked to lead a major project. As part of this task, you will have the opportunity to assemble and lead a team to work on this project. If you were to put this team together, what qualities would you look for in your teammates? Qualities to look for in a team: people that work well together on a team is the top one. You don't necessarily want people who aren't willing to work on a team to come to a team. People, I think, also that are flexible and adaptable. People that are outgoing, people that have a strong attention to detail. Personalities, I've found out in my career, are always going to clash, and you can't necessarily avoid that. But people who are willing to work out those differences when those personalities do clash is a huge one for me. Positive, upbeat people who are goal oriented, task oriented, with a strong attention to detail, and can work together on a team and on a project. Question 5 is, why do you think you are a good candidate for this position? I think I'm a good candidate for this position because I love working with children. I love educating children. I truly believe that um, if we educate our youth the proper way, uh, it saves a lot of difficulties for later on in life when we become adults, or when the children become adults. And especially in the area of health, safety, and wellness, and injury prevention and things like that. My end goal is to become an athletic trainer, and I think for children. And I think that this position will be allow me the opportunity to sort of further that dream. Educating children is amazing, and I definitely think it necessary, and I would be a good candidate for this position also because my experience working at the Y and various other positions that I've had make me ready for this position and as a good fit for this position. Thank you so much for allowing me to interview. Have a great day.